Last night was the season finale of Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D.
Captain America Civil War thrusts into Marvel games.
And Civil War 2 comes to comics.
Oh yeah, there's so much Civil War.
You guys, it's time for THWIP, the Big Marvel Show! Hey Marvelites, I'm Lorraine, Cink.
I'm Ryan Penagos.
And this is THWIP, the Big Marvel Show, where we talk about all the stuff that's Marvel's.
Yeah, and we get paid to do it.
Yeah, buddy. All right, you guys can interact with us online and hashtag MarvelThwip on the Twitters and around, and please also leave us comments, talk to us. But right now, we should get to Marvel Trending. First up, we're talking about the season finale of Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D., which was last night in an epic 2 hours.
I was so upset and sad. I vomited and bled all over the place. It was so good.
Let's see if you guys vomit and bleed. Let's take a look at a clip.
How long do you think we can survive in here? We're the last ones. You always find a way to survive, don't you?
It's in our blood. I knew someone was gonna go. I just didn't know everyone would. Once I connect the wires, I can hack the controls on the module and finally pilot us back to Earth.
Daisy, this is Earth.
Oh, the feels.
I know.
All of the feels. You know, they said fallen agent, somebody's gonna die. And they delivered.
Yeah, they came in full effect. It was great. It was one of those like outstanding 2 hours of television that we're very proud of.
Yeah, and absolutely. It was just really hard to watch because you also were kind of like, who's gonna go? Because everybody got jacked up.
Yes, jacked up. They were just like, look at my
They're
muscles.
so
like,
muscular. And then they almost also died.
Oh, right. Oh, you mean jacked up like that?
Yeah.
Got it.
That's how I use it, you guys.
My terminology is like, yo, I'm jacked. Right? You know what I mean? Do you even lift, bro?
No, this is more like my kind of lifting. But also we have something cool coming up in games, Ryan.
Yeah, speaking of lifting, let's see a little bit about Marvel's Captain America Civil War inspired content coming to Marvel games.
Guys, there is a butt ton.
Just like a big old juicy butt ton of amazing stuff happening all across Marvel games. Lorraine, what's the list of games that are getting Marvel's Captain America Civil War inspired content?
Well, Ryan, let me tell you, it's Marvel Future Fight, which we just saw a trailer for. We have Marvel Contest of Champions.
Champions.
If you're French, Champions. Marvel Puzzle Quest, Avengers Academy, Marvel Avengers Alliance 2, Marvel Heroes 2016.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's all inspired by Marvel's Captain America Civil War. So you'll see some of those themes. You might see some of those characters. It's a good time.
Yeah. Shout out to the Marvel Games crew, Billy Roseman, Mike Jones, and everybody for pulling this all together. It's pretty amazing just watching it all happen.
It's super kick butt. And speaking of kicking each other's butts, Civil War 2 #0 is out this week by Brian Michael Bendis and Olivier Coipel. Beautiful issue. Also, it be cray.
It'd be super cray.
I had to censor myself just like a little bit.
I was watching. You're like gonna curse because I want to do that all the time.
I never swear, Ryan.
No. One of my favorite things in the issue is She-Hulk. She just looks so amazing in it.
Ryan, see, before we shot this, I said this is my favorite She-Hulk that I've ever seen.
Lies. 100% lies.
You are a bad person.
That is the first true thing she said in this segment. I am definitely a bad person, but this was a fantastic issue. Big old kickoff to just an amazing event. 10-year anniversary for the original Civil War, and now we're doing Civil War II. It's going to be a shebang bang.
And it's also really cool because it starts to introduce some of the bigger themes that you're going to see in that big event, like sort of the idea of like intellectual freedom and can you think things, and if you could see the things in the future, like what would you do about it?
Yeah,
so,
do you like waffle pizza or do you like Argentinian pizza?
I like all kinds of food combinations where it's like a pizza
Mollusk
and a waffle.
And a hot dog? Or
no, I changed my mind. I take it all back. But
raccoons and walnuts? Like the normal combination.
You know, we should get to the comic book pick of the week. So obviously Civil War II, number 0. You should pick it up. It's also out this week. But we have our 2 comic book picks of the week as well.
Yes.
Go, Ryan.
I almost ripped it. It's Deadpool, Last Days of Magic, number 1 by Jerry Duggan and Scott Koblish. It is delightful and very much like our season finale of Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. It's going to punch you in the feels. If you've been reading all the Deadpool comics.
Right in the feels.
Just like, that's like, you know, when you do the boxing thing.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Boxing? You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, we're sports people.
Speed bag.
Yes.
Is that right?
That sounds like a drug thing. But that's fine.
I'm getting affirmative head shake, so.
Terrific.
Speed bag.
This is great, and it ties into all the crazy Doctor Strange stuff going on.
Kick butt. I have the Uncanny Avengers number 9. If you guys read Rage of Ultron, the original graphic novel, you know kind of there was some crazy stuff going on with Hank Pym. It follows that storyline in this book, which is by, again, Jerry Duggan and Pepe Larraz.
That means we get double Dugganed this week. Y'all want to get double Dugganed every week.
I don't know if you can use his last name as a verb.
Oh, I did. Jerry, we love you.
Hashtag double Duggan.
Double Duggan. Let us know how you've been double Duggan. Hashtag that and hashtag Marvel THWIP.
Anyway, let's talk about anything else.
Go.
Gambit and Rogue, they get to hang out and be friends. We get to see kind of what happened to Hank Pym and Ultron. So I highly recommend. Super fun.
And it's also Deadpool on the Avengers, which is awesome.
Yeah, which we super love.
Yep.
And now we should get to something very pressing, which is a new segment called Marvel Debate Club. Hey guys, it's time for Marvel Debate Club, where we argue about the really, really important topics. Today, joining us is Nick Lowe, executive editor, and Jordan D. White, editor, to discuss the Sokovia Accords. Are you guys prepared?
Yes.
Now, we have done a coin flip for this. Jordan deferred, so he will get the closing statement, Nick will get the opening statement, and you are anti-Sokovia Accords.
I'm anti-Sokovia Accords, it's true.
Jordan is pro. We will discuss. Nick, kick us off.
First of all, I'd like to thank you fine people at Marvel THWIP and all you viewers for having me here today. Lorraine, thank you so much. Just so glad to be here with most of you. I stand with Captain America, and here's why. It's 2 main reasons, and I'll elaborate on both briefly. 1, the world is a dangerous place. Number 2, it's a very complicated place. To address the first point, this world is very dangerous. We are attacked by aliens. We are attacked by evil robots. We are attacked by just nasty people with chemical weapons. You need people to protect you, and the last thing that they need to do is be tied down in red tape, especially the fine people at the Avengers and Captain America. I don't think any governing body of the world could have done anything to help fight those aliens who came, or really have fought Ultron. So many lives were saved, and the world has been saved by our Avengers. Now, point number 2, the world is a complicated place.
And that's all it's time for opening statements.
Dang it.
Jordan, your opening statement.
Oh no!
I agree that the world is a dangerous place and a complicated place, and that is why we do need people that we can trust to help us in those situations. But if I said to you, there's a complicated and dangerous situation about to erupt, who would you like to have deal with it? Would you like to have some say in who deals with it? Or would you like to say, oh, whoever feels like it can go deal with that. I don't want to tie people's hands, so just whoever can get over there and solve problems, that's probably fine. No, in the same way that we have a term called vigilante justice, we don't approve of that thing. You have to go through proper channels. You need to be vetted. You need to be trusted by the American people. We didn't elect the Avengers. We didn't elect Captain America. But we're happy that he does the things that he does, and we just think that if what he's doing is good, then there's no reason that he shouldn't be happy to answer for those things.
Strong opening statements, but now is your time to rebut away.
Jordan, I respect you as an individual, but you're just wrong. I agree with you 90% of the time. In most Law and Order, you do want those channels that you speak of. However, these small percentage world threats, there are very few people who are able to deal with them in any way, shape, or form. And having anything that would slow their process down will lose millions and millions of lives. And I'm not sure that the people who are overseeing the Sokovia Accord can be trusted more than people who've proven that they have the world's best interests at heart.
What do you have to say to that, Jordan?
Well, it makes me happy to hear that as someone who is technically my boss, you approve of the idea of people just doing whatever they think is best, because then I could just start doing that, right? I mean, don't you think oversight is important? If Captain America is doing the right thing, then there should never be a problem with reviewing what he's done afterwards and holding him accountable and saying, even ahead of time, you need to make sure that what you're going to do and what you plan to do is something that everyone as a whole and society as a whole can agree upon. That's what we have government for the general greater good.
Wow, truly argued like a lawyer. Closing statements, Nick Lowe.
If we lived in a perfect world where there was time before these catastrophic events, I would probably agree with you, Jordan, but we don't live in that world. Our world is imperfect. I fully support a debrief after these things to talk about what went wrong, what went right. But we can't add layers to make the Avengers less effective.
Jordan?
Well, I mean, certainly no one wants the Avengers to be less effective. Everyone wants the Avengers to successfully save the planet every time. We just want to make sure that they're not endangering people when they do it. Because the fact is, sometimes people get hurt, and that's not something that we can necessarily stand behind.
You guys, it's up to you now to choose who argued it better, Jordan, Nick. Can we act autonomously? Is that the best thing for the world? Or if we just let people run around willy-nilly, is that more dangerous and ultimately have no one to answer to? You guys, tell us on Twitter. Marvel is going to be tweeting a poll for you guys. Are you Team Nick or Team Jordan? Where do you side on the Sokovia Accords? Go over and tweet. And now it's time for Social Hour. Wow. Hey guys, it's time for Social Hour. It's neither an hour and it's not that social because it's on the internet, but we're going to take your questions and your comments, and you can send those to us if you just hashtag MarvelThwip.
Yeah, totally. Twitter machine tells me that Craig Tello, who is a vice president at WWE and a pal of mine, says, if you could have but one precious infinity gem, which of the 6 would you choose?
Power.
Damn it! You beat me to it, Red.
Why wouldn't you? It's so...
Reality.
Oh,
I'll take reality, and then I'll put dinosaurs everywhere, because y'all can't handle dinosaurs.
No, I don't know if I can.
No,
Maybe.
you can't. So that's what I would do.
Birds are kind of dinosaurs.
They are. We learned that at the American Museum of Natural History. Going over to YubTub. Have you ever heard that phrase before?
I hate you, Ryan.
Oh, no.
I call it YubTub. That's my thing.
YouTube comments. We got. We actually have some great ones. Thank you guys. Diego Fernandez says, as a THWIP acronym possibility, says, totally hilarious, wonderful information program.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, what was this? Did you just do like a donut circle?
I was like, oh, I want a heart-shaped donut.
Oh. Ellen Lloyd says THWIP could mean the Hello Wonderful Internet Program.
Hello, a wonderful internet program.
Yeah.
I like that. It rolls off the tongue.
And my favorite real cool guy says, this was a mess of a performance, but oddly endearing.
That is how I wake up every morning.
Who's telling you that? I don't want to know anything more about that. But we have a lot of comments already coming in from the first episode. Really exciting. Rob Alley wants to know if we could do an acronym contest. We'll see. We have to ask legal to help us with that. So maybe in time.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us on Marvel THWIP, the big Marvel show. Marvel.
Marvel.
You guys, please send us your tweets and your comments, #MarvelThwip. And also, over on the official Marvel Twitter, we're going to put up a very cool poll where you can vote if you're Team Nick Lowe or if you're Team Jordan D. White.
Or if you're Team neither of them, Team Team
Can you spell that, please?
PFFFFFT.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I don't want none of this. How about that? Feeling good now?
I felt great about it, actually.
Terrific.
You guys, thank you so much for watching this. Oh, and you can also follow us at Lorraine Cink.
At Agent M.
And we will see you next Wednesday and every Wednesday that we can. Right
Hopefully.
here on YouTube and on Marvel.com.
On Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and wherever you're watching this.
Magical.
Right?
You guys, this is Marvel.
Your universe.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the show. Please subscribe and check out our last episode right over here.
And watch all these other awesome Marvel videos.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.